Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. What a great show we have for you. Listen, I'm so excited to have our next guest because we've had her on so many times before, but we've been doing it virtually. This time we've got her in person, in studio. I am joined by Trina Simard, Director of Madahòkì Farm. Welcome to the show. Great to have you here.
Thanks. So happy to be here.
They let you get out of the farm.
I know,
this is
right?
the shock to me, first of all, Trina.
It is. It is. So good to be here.
Oh, great to have you here. Let's talk, first of all, for those that have never visited the farm, let's tell everybody at home a little bit about it and familiarize themselves with it.
Yeah, so we're so happy to be there. It's our new location for Indigenous experiences, and those in Ottawa probably know it as the old Lone Star Ranch. We're at 4420 West Hunt Club Road, and it's just a beautiful 164-acre escape in our green belt, and we are using it to really do Indigenous-focused, land-based learning. So we do festivals and events and tourism programs, and we have a beautiful marketplace that's open year-round with all of our Indigenous makers.
Well, and speaking of festivals, you've got one coming up. Tell us about what we can expect at this festival.
Yeah, so we have Pibone coming up. It actually starts tonight. We have a night market for Thursday and Friday.
Nice.
And then we have the full festival Saturday, Sundays. So, it's really in the holiday tradition, coming out, shopping. We have beautiful Indigenous arts, crafts, and, home and beauty products, and just so much for the family to do. We have Christmas trees and horse-drawn wagon rides, performances by Inuit throat singers and powwow dancers, and my favorite, the Ojibwe spirit horses are there. Lots of little animals, and just a great farm family experience for the holidays.
Well, and so many great Indigenous makers that are part of the market itself year-round, right? That's a constant. But I want to talk about the master class.
Yes.
This was what, an 8-week program? Tell me a little bit about the idea behind that.
It was. So we really, when we moved to the farm, we really wanted to kind of support and lift up Indigenous entrepreneurs. And with the marketplace being such a big part of what we do, we wanted to work with some emerging Indigenous creators and makers. So we had overwhelming response. It was really hard to select 15. They're from across Ontario. About half are local. They're all basically, very talented Indigenous makers that were just trying to, learn a little bit more about the business and really launch and amplify their business. And so they've been with us for 8 weeks and looking at everything from setting up their Shopify and registering their business to social media, product pricing and packaging. And so this Pibone, we're welcoming them. They're setting up booths, and we're really just helping to introduce their, great creations to the community and support them.
Yeah, and I think that's for so many artists, it's the biggest challenge, right? You have so much talent and you're great at what you do, but the business side of it, the entrepreneur side of it, that can be sometimes the most difficult. And I can say that from somebody that's has a theater background, kind of selling yourself sometimes.
Yes.
It's difficult, right? Because you figure the product's going to sell itself, but it doesn't always work out that way, does it?
It doesn't, and and some of them are from really remote parts of Ontario, so they don't have access to a lot of market, and so if they didn't understand the Shopify and kind of virtual sales, they struggled there. I think some of them struggled on really, I think, valuing the time that they put in to make some of these creations and being able to price accordingly and market it that way. And so all of them are just so talented, and they're really supporting each other and lifting each other up. So I'm excited for everyone to see their work.
Well, let's show off some of this work. I know we don't know every artist by name and where they're from, but I really wanted to showcase some of the art. It's just so beautifully done, right? So vibrant, and the colors are always exquisite, right, in Indigenous art.
They are, and each one just has their own skill and talent, and so you'll see so much different work at the festival. So we have like hand-carved paddles, paintings, beadwork.
Let me show that beadwork.
Yes.
This is absolutely gorgeous.
And I'm just realizing I left my
at
paddle. They didn't bring the paddle.
Oh, grab the paddle for us, please, Joel. Yeah.
I just realized it didn't come with the table.
It's okay, live television. We can do anything on live television, Trina. Trust me.
You.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm talking about the paddle, but it's not here.
These are spectacular.
They are.
Our friend Catherine Landry, who I know you know very
yes.
well, she's been showcasing these online, and they just blew me away.
Yes.
So how are these done? Is this so
those
burning?
they're burnt. She hand designs all of them. They're safe to use as paddles. I mean, most people use them as decor, but they are safe to use as paddles. And Catherine's been working full time with these students.
Oh,
so
has she?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
she's
I
really
didn't
been
realize.
connecting them with all the other people in the community to pass on those skills. But yeah,
Just
as you can see, amazing work by
I want
all
to show
of these.
the kids this because when I was at the market, these stood out to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to show everybody at home, and let's just get a close-up before you actually explain what it is. What is this?
So those are not from our makers class, but we do carry them in our marketplace, and they are, custom artistic creations of chocolate.
This is chocolate.
So that is chocolate, yeah. So
that's just,
isn't it?
It just blew my mind when I
Yeah.
was there. And they're all different flavors. Some, have a little bit of, salty and caramelly and so on. They're absolutely
they're beautiful.
amazing.
And she's an emerging business up in Northern Ontario, Ravens Rising. And so she's been a practicing chef, and she's really, found her calling in creating that artwork on chocolate, and they're just beautiful.
No kidding. What is this here?
So we have in our marketplace, we're really, as we're on the farm now, we are moving to a lot more food products, and that's a really fun little stocking stuffer. It's literally like an indigenous corn cob that you put into the bag and pop in the microwave, like popcorn.
No way.
Yeah, it makes popcorn from that. So it is
so
a great stocking stuffer. And with that as well, we have a lot of like make and take. So if you really want to do something with the kids at home, that's a sealskin earring workshop, but we have dream catchers and porcupine quill work, birch bark biting, and they're all like virtual tutorials, and it comes with the materials.
So a little DIY kit, you get to learn something at the same time.
Yeah.
And, walk you through it. Again, the market itself is open 5 days a week?
So we have winter hours where we're
Okay.
open Thursday to Sunday, and
Gotcha.
once we get to spring, summer, it's 7 days a week.
Wonderful.
So people can come to the farm, shop the market, and just explore the space.
Great having you back here,
Yeah.
Trina. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks,
really appreciate it. Miigwech. And don't forget, kicks off today, right?
Today,
this evening.
tonight,
You got
yes.
the evening market, and then, of course, all those activities over the weekend. Bring your entire family out. The kids will have an absolute blast. They get to feed the small animals. You can meet those beautiful horses. We'll be right back.